Hey, this your girl, Miss Shawn. Thank you for tuning in to the 12 o'clock Real Talk session. One of my personal friends, she wanted to ask a question, and shout out to you, girl. Hope you listening. But her question is that she's in a relationship with this guy, and she's white, and the guy is African American. Well, they've been going out for quite some time, but she feels that the relationship is not gonna last very long because he is embarrassed to be with her. He's never been in a interracial relationship, and even though he cares about her, he still cares about his image, and he is, I guess, not ready for people to know that he's in a relationship with a white person. So she's feeling that he shouldn't care what anybody else says, that if he cares about her, if he loves her, that they should have their relationship and let it be. You know, she has Facebook. She can't post any pictures of him up. He doesn't even have a Facebook page. But she's feeling that he can't get over the fact that he's in this relationship with her and he doesn't want anybody to know. So she want to know if she should continue the relationship at all, because at first she was kind of understanding that, because this was his first relationship with someone other than his own race, that he would have to get used to it. But she's like, okay, when are you gonna get over this and let us have our relationship the way I want it, the way it should be? You shouldn't be embarrassed about taking me in public and, taking me around, posting pictures with me. You shouldn't be embarrassed because you're in this relationship with me and I'm feeling a certain type of way because you don't want to be seen with me. Now, they do hang out, they do things, but they kind of do things away from where they live. And like I said, she loves spending time with them. He loves spending time with her. But, it's beginning to be, emotional for her because she wants the world to know that they're together and he kind of want to keep it on the down low. So she want to know what she should do. That she's been talking to him and telling him, hey, let our relationship blossom. Let us do us. Who cares about what somebody else says? We're in love and let's do this. And he's kind of saying something else. He, wants to be with her and stuff, but he's feeling some type of way because she's not the same race as him. So she want to know what she should do. My opinion is to just continue to be in this relationship with him and let him eventually get comfortable with the fact that he's with someone other than his race, with a white woman. Let him do it because sometimes it takes time. He doesn't know how his family is going to react. He doesn't know what they're going to say. And if he jumps into stuff and then his family is on his back, then, it creates a bigger problem for the both of you. Just like, with gay couples, sometimes you just can't come out and say, hey, mom, dad, I'm gay and this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, because it's kind of difficult. So I imagine the same thing goes for interracial relationships, that it's kind of hard, especially when you come from a family who believe that blacks should stay with blacks, whites should stay with whites, Mexicans should stay with Mexican. It's kind of hard to bring someone else into the family and say, hey, this is the person I love. This is a person I'm in a relationship with. So, hey, it is what it is. It's easy for me to say, hey, let's just do this. But it's kind of hard. My family is understanding. So if I came home with someone other than my race, they wouldn't have a problem with it. If I was gay and I came home with my girlfriend and said, "Hey, this is my girlfriend," they wouldn't have a problem with that either. But that's my family. They know me, and, they're understanding, but not all families are like me. I can't say I've never dated someone outside of my own race, so I can't say how someone feels. I can't say what somebody should do because I've never been in that situation. I'm not gay, so, I can't relate to someone who's gay and they're trying to tell their family about it. I'm just saying, if I was to get in a interracial relationship, or if I was gay, my family would understand it. But I think that I would be nervous too. If I've spent all my years being in a relationship with black guys, people my own race, and then I brought someone other than my race, I would probably feel a little funny about it because I don't know how my family would actually react. But I know that the initial reaction would be shock. And then I know my family loves me, so they would accept anything that I do. So that's just my family. And sometimes a lot of families are like that, but we're just nervous and we just don't know how they're going to react. And sometimes they react, as if you was bringing someone black home, or if you was bringing someone, of the opposite sex home, they would react, like, okay, that's who you with. And they just go on about their business. It's not a big deal. But there are families who make it a big deal because of what they believe and what they think is right. But at the end of the day, if you're happy, if you're in love, I think you should just go for it. If your family is not down for it, well, it's not your family you have to spend your time with, your life with. It's your mate. No matter if it's the same sex or opposite race from you, at the end of the day, that's the person you care about, and you should go about that. If your family loves you, they would get over it. It might take some time, but they would eventually get over it. I know some families will probably be like, well, it's not going to last and things like that. Again, at the end of the day, it's that relationship you have with that person, not a relationship that you have with that person plus your family. That's your relationship. When you come home at night, that's the person you come home to. When you get married and have kids and all that, you have kids with your mate, not your family members. So you have to think about your own happiness, But then again, I wouldn't stay forever waiting on him making a decision whether or not he wants to be with me or not. Either you want to be with me or you don't. Like I said, I would give him time because that's something that, you have to gradually get used to. But I'm not going to spend 3, 4, 5, 6 years and you still embarrassed about me. You still don't want to take me around the family. You still don't want to be seen in public with me. I'm not going to spend all that time waiting because it's not fair to me. I can find someone who want to go out with me, who wants to be seen with me, because not all black guys are embarrassed to be with a white woman, or Hispanic or anything like that. So, you have to, in your heart, give your own time, set a time, and then still kind of talk to him about it. But I wouldn't come to him and say, well, I'm going to give you a year. I'm going to give you 2 years, because that sounds like an ultimatum, and no one likes the ultimatum because they'll feel like they made to do something instead of, gradually get into it. So if you have in your mind that 2 years is what you're going to do, just keep that to yourself. Continue to work at the relationship and, try to convince him that everything will be okay. If 2 years come and you feel that there's no change, he's not, going at the pace that you want him to, then you would probably need to come to him and say, I can't do this anymore. I want to move on with someone who cares about me and who's not embarrassed to be with me or around me. But I definitely wouldn't come to him with no ultimatum, because most guys, they don't like that. Some guys do need the little push, but other guys, that little push can push them all the way away from you. So, that's kind of tricky with coming and telling him, hey, this is what I'm saying, this is 2 years and I'm done. So you have to kind of be careful with that. It just depends on the person. You can push, but you just can't push too hard. You might want to tell them, hey, I don't want to spend the rest of my life hiding in the shadows, being in a relationship with you. So we have to do something, but I wouldn't say, hey, I'm giving you 6 months. If 6 months you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, I'm out of here. Because he might say, okay, bye, giving him an ultimatum like that. But I wish you luck. I wish that, things will turn out the way you wanted to. But, in life, being realistic, things don't happen to us the way we want it to, even though our hearts desires a person, that's why there's so many breakups and so many heartbreaks, because things just don't go our way. But I'll pray that everything is good with you, whether you're with him or you move on with somebody else. So listeners, if you have some advice visit our Facebook page at RP Entertainment Radio. Or you can call us on Uvu at RPENTRADIO. Or you can tweet us at RPENTREQSTLINE. And just help her out. Sometimes, we need some advice from other people who've been in that situation or who is in that situation. Sometimes we need that voice from somebody else to kind of help us out. So help out our girl and let her know what she should do, or tell her about your situation. Remember, show your girl some love each day at 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time for the Real Talk session. Until next time, hugs and kisses.